video, let's continue with pandas. So here in pandas, I am like trying to store these particular values. So A 100 Vizag, B 200 Delhi. Then I'm repeating few values. Let's see why I'm repeating those. Okay, like that I am creating few like rows with these as columns. Okay, like that this data frame will get created. Let's execute this and let's print that. Then you'll understand more. So I have executed it and let's print it. So here if you observe, it is giving us all like this. And by default, these will be our indexes for rows as well as columns as well. Okay. And now if we observe, there are duplicates like A100 Vizag, and similarly in the 0th column and 2nd column, these are duplicates. And similarly in the 1st column and 4th column, we have duplicate. And in the 3rd column and 5th column, we have duplicates. Okay. In such case, you can directly use some method called as drop underscore duplicates. And what this will be doing, it will be removing all the duplicate values. So let's remove that. So it got removed. So this will not be directly affecting us the data frame directly. So let's see. So here if you observe, it is still remaining the same. Okay. If you wanted to affect this, then you have to mention df equal to df dot drop duplicates. Okay. So that is about drop duplicates. And similarly, let's check the columns. So as we haven't given anything, it is saying that columns range is starting at 0 and it is going till 3. Okay. Here it is telling us the step size is 1. Okay. So instead of that, if you wanted to give some specific names, then you can give it like this. So here I am giving column names as grade, marks, and city. Now let's see like how the data frame is looking. So now if you observe, the column names got changed like this, okay, as grade, marks, and city. And now if you observe df dot columns, it is telling that grade, marks, and city as our columns. And you can also create like by using dictionaries, you can create these data frames. So in this is our key, and all the column values, like this will be considered as one column, and all the values in that column are these. And similarly, this will be considered as one column, and all those values in the uh, key, like all those values will be mentioned in this list. Okay. So this is df, and I'm creating some other data frame that is df1. And in this also, I'm having roll number and marks columns, and these are representing those particular column values. Okay, let's execute this and let's see what is present in df. So in df, there are some roll number and marks, and similarly, let's see what is there in df1. So here also we are having roll number and marks. So let's do p, like if you wanted to concatenate these two data frames, then you can do like this. So what it is doing, it is adding like one down of another. Okay. But let's say if you wanted to add these side by side, then what you have to mention? You have to mention x is equal to 1. So if you mention like that, then df and df1 will be added side by side. So here if you observe, these two are the columns of df and these two are the columns of df1. Okay. And similarly, if you mention x is equal to 0, that will do in this similar fashion, like one below another. Like this, it will be doing. And in hello.csv, I have already like created one CSV file in that there are some specific rows. So let's read this CSV file. In general, if you go to Kaggle or some other websites, there you will be finding these .csv files. So in this .csv file, you will be finding the data sets for some specific task. So there you need to like get all those values in the into the data frame, and on that you will be performing few operations like this, like the operations that we have discussed in this video and the previous video. So it's really important to know how to read the CSV files. So to that you just need to apply pd.read.csv, and you need to give that CSV file name. So now what are all the rows that are present in the hello.csv? All those will be in the df. So now let's give and let's see df, what are the values there in df. So here if you observe, it is taking A100 Vizag as the column names, but actually these should not be column names, these should be one row as well, but it is considering this as the column names. So if you are not having specifically column names within the CSV file, then you need to mention header equal to none. Okay, then it will be thinking that uh, there are no column names mentioned over there, and it will be considering all as rows, and by default it will be giving us 0, 1, 2 as the column indexes. Okay, and row indexes also it will be giving 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by default. And let's say here we are having some three columns. Okay, but in those three columns you wanted to take only two columns, that is 0 and 2, then that also can be done using like this. And this is like some other parameter that is used calls. In that you can mention the column index as well. So let's see. Now if you see, you are able to get only the columns that is 0 and 2. Like that, when we are having a large data set, you can only take some specific columns from the CSV file. Okay, let's initialize this data frame and let's see what is there in this data frame. We have this roll number and marks. Sometimes you have did some manipulation to the data and you wanted to store that to CSV file. So this can also happen so many times. So let's see how to do that. So simply you can use df to CSV. So after that, all the values will be stored in marks.csv. So let's go and check marks.csv and like what are all the values present in marks.csv. Okay, so this is the marks.csv file. So here if we present, if we check, these are all the values means that are added. Okay, these column numbers are okay, but if we see these are also getting added. But if you don't want to add these values, then you can like make index equal to false. Then let's see, let's execute this and see. Oh, let's close this and open it again. Now if you observe, those index values are not there. Okay, like this, if you don't want the specific index, then you can mention index equal to false. Okay, if you don't want to store these indexes. And similarly, if you don't want to store these column names as well, then you can mention header equal to none. Let's execute this and then check the marks.csv file. Let's close this and open this. So here if you observe, now there are no column names as well. So like this, we can like save to some CSV file like this. Okay, so that's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys understood everything about these CSV files and how to save and how to load the data. And if you have any doubts, please comment it down in the comment section. Thank you.